Hi everybody, welcome back to this week's My Weekly Rage Fix. Today's the day after Yom Kippur. I hope you all had a easy and meaningful fast, and I am certain that with a little sincerity on your part, Hashem certainly answered your prayers. What a great way to start off, and leads us into the Sukkot holiday. And in this week's parsha, we get a little bit of advice, pun intended, about how to carry on into the Sukkot holiday. So the Torah starts off in this week's parsha, Parshas Hazinu, that Moshe Rabbeinu says that they are a nation that is bereft of any counsel or advice. And so the question is, who is this verse talking about? So there's two meanings. The first meaning is it's talking about the nations of the world, that the nations of the world are without advice or counsel about their victories over the Jewish people. And they believe that it is their might, and they also believe that it must be that God is angry with the Jewish people, and therefore He has now chosen them as certain religion state. But most of them fall into the fact that it is their might that has been able to overcome. And they have no counsel or advice. They don't understand that anything that bad that happens to the Jewish people is simply because, unfortunately, because of the Jewish people and their sins, as we read about plenty on the Yom Kippur holiday. That's one explanation. Another explanation is that Moses, right before he passed away, he decided to lay into the Jewish people with a lot of rebuke. Now, back in those days, not only was rebuke common, it was something that the people, this great nation that was with Moses for 40 years in the desert, that's something that they hoped for and they longed for, because all they were interested in is being better and being as perfect as they can be. As the verse says, Tamim tia im Hashem l'gacha, you should try to be as perfect as you can with Hashem. And having the perfect leader like Moses certainly made it pretty easy, or much easier. So therefore, they accepted rebuke and they wanted rebuke. And that's actually a foundation of Torah, by the way. That the entire Torah, whether it's the written Torah or whether the 5 books, rather, or the rest of the written Torah with the writings and the prophets, where the Jewish people are constantly being castigated by the prophets. That was the job of the prophets in order to, it's like you take a hammer and you're banging and you're chiseling out this perfect piece of gold. The fact that there's a hammer being used is because of how precise and perfect you want to be with this perfect sculpture that you're trying to make. And that's how it was once upon a time. And therefore, the nation was being counseled and rebuked by Moses by saying, you are a nation without counsel, meaning there's so much counsel, so much advice that you can get. And therefore, it is our obligation to make sure that we constantly get good counsel, constantly get good advice, and have that somebody in our life that can give it to us. And if you have that in your life, it'll certainly help us from misdeeds that we had to repent for, and it'll certainly also carry us into the holiday of Sukkot, which is a holiday of extreme happiness. If we want to know how to be happy, one of the ways is by having somebody or people that we can attach ourselves to and get good advice from. I will talk to you soon on the holiday of Sukkot, God willing. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have a great Shabbos. Take care. Bye-bye.